I'm standing in front of a hangar, home to some of the most powerful machines ever built, fighter jets. These jets are the pinnacle of aerospace engineering, pushing the limits of speed, agility, and technology. But how did we get from propeller planes to today's stealth fighters? It was a journey of generations, each marked by a leap in technology and tactics. These generations aren't official, but they help us track the major shifts in fighter design since World War II. Today we'll break down every generation from the first jets to the secretive projects shaping the future of air combat. We'll explore the key tech, iconic aircraft, and tactical revolutions that defined each era. Buckle up, let's hit Mach speed. The story begins in the final days of World War II. Air combat was dominated by propeller-driven planes, until the jet engine changed everything. The German Me-262, the first operational jet fighter, was terrifyingly fast, a glimpse of the future. The Allies answered with the Gloucester Meteor, but true jet versus jet battles came later, over Korea. The F-86 Sabre and MiG-15 clashed in legendary dogfights, both using swept wings for higher speeds. These jets brought new challenges: high G-forces, rapid engagements, and the need for better tech. The F-86 and MiG-15 were pioneers rewriting the rulebook of air combat. The jet engine wasn't just an upgrade, it was a revolution. The jet age had begun. The world would never look back. The second generation of fighters shattered the sound barrier, redefining air combat. Supersonic flight became the goal, powered by afterburners for a massive thrust boost. New designs like the Mirage III and F-104 Starfighter pushed speed to the extreme, but speed came at a cost. The F-104 was notoriously dangerous at low speeds. Air-to-air missiles like the AIM-9 Sidewinder let pilots engage from a distance for the first time. Onboard radar became standard, giving pilots precious seconds of warning and enabling night or all-weather combat. The MiG-21 and Mirage III became icons, combining speed, missiles, and radar for a new kind of air battle. The age of the missile had begun, but the dogfight was far from over. By the mid-1960s, speed alone wasn't enough. Fighters needed versatility. Enter the third generation, the era of the true multi-role jet. The F-4 Phantom II led the way, serving as fighter, interceptor, and bomber for air forces worldwide. Avionics advanced rapidly. Radars became pulse Doppler, able to spot low-flying targets and guide new, more reliable missiles. The lesson from Vietnam was clear. Cannons were still essential, and later F-4S added a Vulcan gun for close-in dogfights. The Soviets responded with the MiG-23, featuring swing wings for both speed and maneuverability. The British Harrier introduced vertical takeoff, revolutionizing operational flexibility. These jets were more complex, demanding more from pilots and ground crews. Cockpits filled with controls for advanced radar and weapons, increasing pilot workload. Engines improved, more power, better reliability, and less smoke, making jets harder to spot. The third generation was about integration, combining speed, brains, and versatility. Fighters could now excel at multiple missions in a single sortie. The F-4, MiG-23, and Harrier bridged the gap between early jets and the modern era. They proved a fighter had to be a jack of all trades, and a master too. The Cold War's workhorses, these jets set the standard for what a modern fighter could be. The next leap would focus on agility and information. The multi-role masters had changed the rules. The future would demand even more from pilots and machines. The race for air superiority was far from over. The 1970s and 80s brought the fourth generation, what many call the golden age of fighter design. The focus shifted to agility and energy, blending high performance with extreme maneuverability. The American Teen Series, F-14, F-15, F-16, and FA-18, set new standards, each a masterpiece of aerodynamics. Fly-by-wire technology allowed for unstable, ultra-agile jets, with computers making constant corrections. The F-16 exemplified this, delivering breathtaking maneuverability. Pilots gained situational awareness with the heads-up display, CHUD, and HOTAS controls, keeping eyes up and hands on the stick. The Soviets answered with the Su-27 Flanker and MiG-29 Fulcrum, powerful, agile, and capable of stunning aerobatics. The Cold War arms race peaked in the skies. Fourth-gen fighters evolved into 4.5-gen upgraded classics like the Super Hornet, Eurofighter Typhoon, Rafale, and Su-35. These jets added AESA radars, limited stealth, advanced data links, and sensor fusion. They represent the pinnacle of non-stealthy fighter design, blending raw performance with cutting-edge avionics. 4th Gen and 4.5 Gen fighters will remain the backbone of many air forces for years. The Golden Age proved that agility and information were as vital as speed. The next leap would make stealth and data the ultimate weapons. The era of the agile warrior set the stage for a new kind of air combat. The future would be about winning without being seen. The 4th generation's legacy, unmatched performance and adaptability. The sky was about to get even more invisible. The next generation would fight in the shadows. The rules of air combat were about to be rewritten. Welcome to the 5th generation, the era of stealth. The defining feature, very low observability or stealth, designed to avoid detection across radar, infrared, and more. Stealth isn't invisibility, but it makes fighters hard to find, target, and shoot down. The F-22 Raptor was the first true 5th Gen jet, combining extreme stealth, supercruise, and unmatched agility. Supercruise lets it fly supersonic without afterburners, fast, efficient, and deadly. The F-35 Lightning II followed, built for versatility and mass production, with 3 variants for different services. Its real power is sensor fusion, combining radar, infrared, and electronic data into a single clear picture for the pilot. The F-35's helmet display gives pilots a God's eye view, seeing threats, allies, and even through the floor of the jet. China's J-20 and Russia's Su-57 show the stealth race is global, each with unique strengths. 5th Gen fighters are networked, sharing data with each other, older jets, drones, and command centers. An F-35 can spot a threat and pass targeting data to a Super Hornet miles away, without ever revealing itself. Modern air combat is now about networks, not just individual jets. Stealth, supercruise, sensor fusion, and data links have rewritten the rules. The duel is now a chess match, fought at supersonic speeds, across vast distances, and often before the enemy even knows you're there. 5th Gen fighters are more than machines. They're flying supercomputers, nodes in a digital battlefield. The future of air combat is invisible, connected, and smarter than ever. The 5th generation is the new standard for air dominance. The next leap will push the boundaries even further. The sky is now a web of information and stealth. The fight for air superiority has entered the digital age. The next generation is already on the horizon. What's next? The 6th generation is on the horizon, promising another revolution in air combat. Programs like the US NGAD, Navy's F/AXX, and Europe's FCAS and Tempest aim to create systems of systems, not just jets but networks of manned and unmanned platforms. The loyal wingman concept will see AI-powered drones flying alongside piloted fighters, scouting, jamming, or carrying extra weapons. Artificial intelligence will be central, helping pilots manage swarms of drones and process vast amounts of data in real time. The pilot's role will shift from flying to commanding a networked battle. 6th Gen jets will be larger, stealthier, and designed for extreme range, perfect for vast theaters like the Pacific. Adaptive engines will deliver both fuel efficiency and high thrust, eliminating old trade-offs. Directed energy weapons, lasers, will defend against missiles and eventually attack enemy systems. Hypersonic missiles will become standard, making interception nearly impossible. Some versions may be optionally manned, with full autonomy on the horizon. The best pilot of the 2040S might be an AI. These systems are expected in the 2030S, bringing science fiction to life. Stealth fighters, AI swarms, lasers, and hypersonics all linked in a combat cloud. The cockpit may disappear entirely. The 6th generation will redefine what it means to control the skies. The evolution of the fighter jet is far from over. The next chapter is being written now. The future of air combat is limited only by imagination. 6 generations of fighter jets, each a leap in technology, tactics, and the very nature of warfare. From the Me-262's gunsight to the F-35's sensor-fused helmet, the journey is a testament to human ingenuity. Pilots have gone from relying on instinct to managing networks of information and AI. The fighter jet is now a flying supercomputer, and the story is far from over. The 6th generation is just beginning, and the quest for air superiority will keep driving innovation. Thanks for joining this high-speed journey through history. If you enjoyed it, like, subscribe, and share your favorite generation in the comments. See you in the next one.